Hi, I'm Benicia Ponder. Welcome back to BuildAConsultingEmpire.com. In my first video, I revealed to you the 3 big mistakes that I made in my first consulting businesses. Now, my dad's an accountant and businessman, and he always taught me never leave money on the table. But I didn't really take that into consideration in my first consulting businesses because I had mistakes that cost me hundreds of clients, and literally I left thousands of dollars on the table every time I engaged a new client. Let me go back and recap those 3 big mistakes for you now. My first mistake was that I undervalued what I know, and I really took for granted all those things that come easily to me because of my training and expertise. I had no confidence. I had watered down sales and servicing offerings, and I was honestly leaving money on the table every time I engaged a new client. My second mistake was that I didn't productize. And productize simply means to package your services, your expertise, your knowledge into systems, into programs, into products that you can give and serve, where you can service a broad range of clients all at the same time with the same product, and it really builds your credibility and your confidence and your competence in your area. But I didn't do that. So I was serving my clients one by one, and my business was really boxed in. I was limited to my growth by the number of hours in the day, and I was selling my time instead of my expertise. My third big mistake was that my sales and marketing was very manual labor intensive. And what I mean by this is that every time I made a sale, I had to get personally involved. It took too much time, and I was selling more than I was serving. And this was a huge mistake because it caused me not to enjoy my business anymore because I felt like it was another job. Okay, so those are the things that I did wrong. And if you did not have an opportunity to see all of video 1, I invite you to go back and check it out. Although I made those big mistakes, there have been some things that I've been doing right to grow a thriving and profitable business. And in this video, I want to share with you those 3 big things that I'm doing right to attract the ideal high-paying clients into my business and to create a consistently high revenue stream month to month.
The first thing I did was create a powerful content-based platform. Now, a platform is just simply a position from which you can reach a multitude of clients all at the same time. And platforms are really important because you get to introduce yourself and your business to your clients, and they get to know you in a very meaningful way. You're building credibility in the marketplace, and you're establishing yourself as an expert. This is really important, especially when I talked about my mistake number 3, how my sales and marketing was very manual labor intensive, and I had to get personally involved through phone, through emails, or direct contact for every sale I made. When I began to build content-based platforms, I was able to reach my clients, my target market, in a real way. And they got to know me and they began calling me. No longer did I have to pick up the phone for every sale, but my potential clients were calling me. What happened? I began to educate my clients and really started speaking to them about their issues. I was solving their problems, and they wanted more from me, more of my services, more of my expertise, and they were calling me. I used 4 simple platforms, and I suggest that you do the same, keeping it very simple, integrating your content in each of the platforms and solving the problems of your target market before they even engage your services. The 4 platforms I used were blogs, videos, teleclass, and speaking. Now, all of these platforms use my content, helping to solve problems for clients in my target market, and it was all integrated. They all spoke to my clients' needs and issues, and my clients began to see me as their problem solver. The second thing I did was to develop high-octane strategic partnerships. Now, for business owners, solo entrepreneurs, this one can be one of the toughest things to do because, first of all, we don't want anyone in our business. We're not all about giving up control. And we also don't want to share our ideas. We don't want the chance that anyone is going to steal what we've worked so hard to come up with. And this was a mindset that I had very early on in my business until I began to realize that partnerships and collaborations were really key to building my business. I began to develop partnerships that were with people who were doing the same kind of things that I was doing, only targeting different types of people. And so when I was a consultant, I worked with other consultants. As an attorney, I worked with other attorneys. And as a coach, I'm working with other coaches. Now, what does that do? There's first no competition. We are all doing the same thing, but with different people. And so there's no competition. Other coaches aren't threatened by me, and I'm not threatened by them that they'll take my ideas or take my clients because we're serving different target markets. But our ideas are being strengthened because we're able to bounce ideas off of each other. We're able to mastermind together and really come up with quality services and products for our clients. And surprisingly, I began to get a lot of referrals from my collaborations. Coaches who were not doing the same thing I was doing were actually referring clients to me. And these were qualified clients who knew about coaching and who knew about my services, and I didn't have to sell them on what I did or anything like that because they were already qualified when they came to me. The third thing that I did, very key, very important, was I stopped trying to do it all by myself. I'll say that again. I stopped trying to do it all by myself. This was a very big lesson for me because I'm sure, like many of you, there are a lot of things that I can do, a lot of talents I have. And I've always said, if I can read the directions, I can get it done. But there comes a time in your business when you can't do it all. Your highest and best use is for you to give the services to your clients that you are developing. Giving excellence to your clients is your highest and best use, and that's what you should focus on. And I had this kind of aha moment a couple of years ago when I was trying to develop a website by myself, and I really was going to do it. I took some web design classes in college, and I thought that it would be simple. Learn how to place things in different places. I could research, Google all I wanted to, and I could develop my own website. Yeah, it would have been simple had I had the time to do it, but it took me so much time to research and get to understand all about it that I really couldn't build a quality site. And then one day I found a site that said, become a web designer in 3 weeks. And I was so excited because I was going to finally know all the things I needed to know about building my own website. Right before I hit the submit button on the sales page, a thought came to me. Benicia, you're not a web designer. You don't even want to be a web designer. You're a coach. So I had to realize, look, there are other experts who can do this. I turned the project over to an expert in web design and had a finished, polished product in less than 2 weeks. Now, what did I learn from that? I learned that it's not possible for me to do it all, and I really don't want to do it all. And this big aha moment really goes beyond attracting more clients. It really goes beyond building the revenue, and it really delves into you actually being able to enjoy your business. There are going to be some very key benefits to you staying in your own lane. The first is that you're going to be able to have improved service offerings. You're going to focus more on what you do best, and that's serving your clients. You're going to have a higher level of professionalism because all of your effort are going into your services, and everything else is going to be given to other experts who can do that better than you can, quicker than you can, and very much more efficiently than you can. You're going to have higher profits because, as I found out, the more I began to focus on my services and delivering quality services to my clients, the better my services became, the higher prices I could charge and the more quality clients that came to me. And that gave me a lot more time for rest and relaxation. And that's what we all get into business for, that freedom and flexibility, the ability to do the things that we really enjoy and to control our wealth, control our time, and really get to enjoy our lives.
So that's all it took for me to begin to attract those ideal high paying clients and begin to see that abundant flow of consistent revenue streams from month to month. I educated my clients. I solved their problems while they got to know me in a very meaningful way. I began to develop those strategic partnerships with a no competition, friendly policy that allowed me to strengthen my ideas and gave me a flood of referrals. And I started to stay in my own lane. I focused on what I do best and let the other experts handle their jobs. And that's it. Very simple. Is it something that you can do? Absolutely. If you'll notice in this video and in the first video, I've kept it really simple because my belief is that the more complicated something is, the less likely it is that you're going to stick with it over the long haul. I'm all about building sustainable success, success that you're going to see for years and years and years to come. And in the next video, I'm going to make your business building even more simple because I'm going to give you a 3-step process that you can use to grow your business no matter where you are or how long you've been stuck. So you're not going to want to miss this. In the meantime, send me your questions and your comments. I love hearing from you, and I'll answer any questions that you have directly in the boxes below. I can't wait to see you next time.